time, all the money, all the sweat. We started this journey in January. In March, we set our stands. In July, we prepared our food plots. In August, we did our summer scouting. We did it all for this magical time of the year we call October. Get ready, folks, because the light switch has been turned on. October, it's favorite time of the year. For a lot of our viewers, you're probably beginning your season October 1st, but it's just such a wild month here because it does a whole 360-degree turn. You go from the early season feeding patterns to the acorn pattern to the rut behavior, so it's an awesome time. Me and Uriah are actually heading down this trail to look for some scrapes that were here last year, so we have a history of scrapes down this trail. But in saying that, with that change that goes on through October, we want to stick with the low impact hunting, and we're going to do that with another breakdown, and that's the grown-up field. The way we do the low impact hunting now can still affect what happens later. So you want to really keep these deer on a low alert in early October so that your best stands you can hunt in late October and still see those deer moving. But we're going to check these scrapes, and then we're going to give you a breakdown of how we low impact hunt the grown-up field. Grown-up field's a really cool transition area, so let me give you a brief description of the grown-up field. It's an area that's just south of the green field that you've heard us talk about. It's got a lot of natural vegetation that grow up in it, make it really thick. So on the most western part of the grown-up field is a creek and a hillside. And we know for a fact that's where a lot of the deer are bedding. So we've positioned our stand that we're breaking down right now to you up on the northeast corner of the grown-up field, nearest to the beans. So what happens is these deer filter up out of their bedding, out of the creek bottom, up past us. And another thing that makes it real low impact for us is, yes, the deer do come past us and they sneak out to the beans early season, but we can sneak in without alerting a deer, and we can sneak right back out without alerting a deer. That makes it really cool. I mean, we had just last Thursday, October 4th, we had a really cool encounter with deer we now call L4D2. Did exactly what I'm talking about. Came up out of the bedding, the creek bottom, past us, and we decided to pass that deer. But really cool and evident of what happens there in the grown-up field. And again, we want to stress the importance of getting in and getting out. So we're able to jump right on a road, come right into the stand, we're far enough away from the bedding, and we're able to jump right out on that same road, sneak right out to our truck without the deer knowing we're anywhere in the world. So the other stand, the second of the three stands on the grown-up field, is the road stand. It's a little bit more of a risk than the northern grown-up field stand. The reason why is it's further to the west. It's a little bit closer to their bedding, down along an island of trees that's traditionally had a road that came up past it, and these deer do the exact same thing. They funnel out of the creek bottom or their bedding straight past this stand. The thing that makes this stand a little bit different is that we've put about a 1 acre food plot just south of it that we have shooting lane into. It's a stand that we've not pushed to as close right now, but here coming mid-October to late October when these deer really start hitting the green, we're going to move into that stand. We've just recently had a picture of Big Brow on one of the cold front nights out in that stand during shooting light. The third spot in the grown-up field is the hay bale blind on the very south end. It's in essence very similar to the road stand, but the differences is it's obviously on the other side of the plot as compared to the road stand, and serves a purpose for what it is, because in that spot, only moving 100 yards across the food plot, we have deer that could come out 270 degrees on us, and you know, it just gives us another angle to cover, and also for the cold days simply, and so you don't have the wind hitting you in the face. But that serves a lot of the same purpose. Deer can come from the south or west on us there into that food plot. And we'll be hunting it too soon. Obviously you lose your visibility. It's not as fun as being in the stand, but definitely get in it on some rainy and cold days. Me and Tiffany hunted it Sunday and she filmed me, and saw a couple deer, but you know, it's another good spot sitting on a food plot. So the really cool thing about this spot is we're able to low impact hunt it, and I think we've pegged or got somewhat of a pattern on our biggest deer, big brow. So let's connect the dots. We put corn out, and he first showed up just off of the Grownup field in a spot we call South Corn. Well, actually, let's back up. Before that, Kyle had seen him, didn't have apologized, all he had is a GoPro on him, but had him come by him in the North Grownup stand. Then we put camera out just to find him back, because he kind of went missing there for a week and a half, and found him just off the Grownup field in South Corn. Let's fast forward to Thursday night. Me and Uriah were hunting and had an encounter with the deer we call L4D2. Well, after checking the trail cameras right there by the road stand on our food plot, sure enough, big brow was out there in our food plot at 7:20. Saturday night we hunted, and we had a great encounter with him out of the North Grownup field stand. Came out just like I was talking about, down from the creek bottom. Unfortunately, the way he moved past, it was very hard for the angle and everything, so I don't think we got a whole lot of footage of him. But we started to connect the dots here, and the cool thing about that is we've connected the dots on a mature buck, and we can low impact hunt him right now out of these areas that we've just described to you. That makes it, a world of difference here. We're hunting him and seeing him, but we're not affecting his movements. So in the coming weeks, we're gonna break down some of our rut stands to you as soon as we can get into them. Also, I know some of you guys have messaged me and asked, why the heck aren't you shooting does? And I'll give you a real quick theory on that. In September, we're able to hunt in Kentucky, obviously, so we got some summer patterns. We were seeing a lot of deer. I don't even know, I count up the encounters we've had with mature deer, but we're definitely gonna get on the doe harvest before too long. But in conclusion, moving forward here, we're gonna really try to move on to these green food sources. I think that's a good tip for all you guys. If you have any green food sources close, these deer should really be packing on the weight for rut here, moving off acorns. But stick with us. We'll be right back to you as soon as we can. God bless and have a good day.
So we're up here in our Grownup field again. Let's do that again. The northernmost part of this big Alright, so we're headed back to south, headed back south.
Alright, we'll start over.
When we get out there, we're gonna have to, gosh dang it, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Hey Joe. Yeah.
You done filming?
No.